What up, world? I'm off in here again. It's Brotha Gresh, and we back in the lab. It's been a long last couple of weeks, but yep. Let me get a sip of water. Mm. Yeah, we off in this thing. So I'm gonna catch y'all up on the last couple of weeks. If y'all tuned in with Q on the WrestleMania joint, we did that last weekend. It was Easter Sunday. We kicked back, relaxed. I kicked it with my family. It's real dope when you can get both sides of the family kind of put together and everything cool. So it was a good holiday. I hope y'all had the same. Whatever you've been doing the last couple of weeks, it's been a while. Brother almost forgot that he was coming on tonight. But here I am. Anyways, what we gonna work on tonight, y'all? I'm gonna recap y'all on the last couple of weeks at the Little Brick Art Gallery, and I got some good news that I'm gonna kind of just touch on today, and I want to kind of reiterate again another Friday night episode because this has a lot to do with why I'm doing what I'm doing. So we're gonna talk about some things. It's a lot happening. Ooh, I did a lot of issues, didn't I? Anyways, so today I'm going to be kind of putting out in my head just an idea of what I want something to look like based off of an idea I have. So this is low key some sneak peek stuff, but at the same time, it's just me kind of. I really enjoy like sketching layout areas and interior design type stuff. So that's the kind of direction I'm gonna go with the sketch tonight. And I'm gonna just hit some corners off of memory of some things that I just want to share with the people. Just some ideas of what I might have going on here soon. I hope so. I'm kind of scared to talk about it honestly because you know how shit goes when you start talking about stuff. But it's very exciting. But let's start off with the first couple of weeks, the last couple of weeks, and then we'll get into other things from there. So I have some work on display at an art gallery that had recently opened up. And I missed one of the Fridays, unfortunately, the family Friday. I missed it. But that was Easter weekend, all that kind of stuff. I wasn't really, but I came back this past Friday, and unfortunately, they're gonna go a different direction as far as that space is going. And so, nothing sold, and I'm not super disappointed because I understand the game, man. And you put money out, you don't do it with expectations if you're not in an area that buys art on the super regular basis. So the best way to not get your feelings hurt is to understand that like this ain't an art heavy place. Like we're trying to make it that way. We're trying to put more out. Y'all can't see my stuff on. Hold on. We're trying to make it a little bit more as far as a lot of the artists that I know. I don't want to put it that low, but let me just press a little harder, get a little weight on my pencil. Switching up. But like just trying to actually get people engaged in the art game and being out and showing people that it's out here available. People are doing stuff. Like I don't understand how people don't have a lot of art in their homes at this point. Like what are we doing? And as much custom art is going around, shouts out to Tasha, shouts out to me, shouts out to Priscilla. Like these is all people you can always get some work from and make your home beautiful. And a lot of people are buying, but to make it a stable to make it a stable revenue situation as far as opening up places and keeping rents and stuff open. Like we had to get those people in the same area. I feel like in order to make sure that like the revenue comes, like to keep the money going. Excuse me, but that's what we're here for. Don't get me wrong, we all love doing what we do as far as art and getting stuff put together, just expressing that creative itch that we all got. But at the same time, ain't nobody trying to just pump this stuff out and just have it laying around just because we got a bug. Like, come get this shit and be engaged with the community. Even if it's just, even if it's not artwork, it's actors out here, it's sports out here. Like, get the fuck outside and engage in stuff like that. I think that's going to be very important for the situation that we had on Friday. The conversation that we had wasn't a situation, but like just thinking about what it is that we need to do to get people back outside and engaging in our own community. And it's going to be big because now, especially right now, is the time that our dollar needs to circulate within the community more than ever. So, all that shit, it matters. So, like, get your shit together. Support people. Support, like, everything going on, because nobody wants, like, to have to buy things that are only available to them because this is what is in the store. Like, I used to work retail for a real long time, and at some point I was like, man, why is it that this is the only thing that we're getting in these stores? I live in a not even a small town. I live in a decent sized city. Wichita is like, we don't get a lot of the variations of styles in regular stores, such as, like, I worked at Dillard's, and I keep hitting this pencil with this hitting this microphone with this pencil. My bad, y'all. But I worked at a Dillard's, and I was like, man, there ain't nothing wrong with Dillard's for the most part. But when you're looking for something, excuse me. When you're looking for something different, you don't want to just have the same few places to go to. And it just being the same people wearing the same clothes because they got it from the same spot because this is all that's available to us. Like, shit, I mean, at least we on Temu and stuff, but like now, but shoot, you got Timo down the street, Temu, or whoever. Like, just support the homie. Get involved with somebody to, like, do some shit that you like. It's not weird sounding, but it's different from the norm. But you gotta understand that we gonna have to be different from the norm for what's happening politically and stuff like that. But as far as entertainment goes, like, engaging in the community is actually very entertaining. So when you consider what is entertaining for you outside of bullshit and standing around the club looking for, just looking, trust me, guilty. But we gotta find something better to do just to scratch those muscles, to just I'm tired of being in the house. I'm tired of being on the porch. Let's hop off the porch. Like, we gotta do something. And shouts out to those that are more actively involved. I'm new at this because I'm an introvert. Like, but now that I got kids and stuff, I can't let that, like, I don't necessarily like being an introvert, but I also don't like being, I love being outside. I just don't like being bothered. I'm the worst about that kind of stuff. I do not like being, I don't know, and it seems like every time you go out, somebody trying to sell you some shit. So, like, but also I'm saying be active in the community and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so I guess I'm operating on two sides of the ball, y'all excuse me. But I don't know, man. Folks gotta do something. That ain't right. Perspectives off. I mean, yeah, we gotta do something. So I have an idea to kind of, man, like I know everybody loves game nights, right? So what about like a game night, not bar, but lounge? If you want drink, drink, but like that's not the angle, and that's what I would be trying to get across. It's like, everybody at their family reunions when they be kicking it with friends, and they know they safe and in an area that they want to. Dang, I did it again. I'm gonna shift over just a little bit to the left. But like when you comfortable around your people, and it's not so many people, and it's not a competitive atmosphere, because that's basically what the club and bars is. Like, don't even. But like, why? Like, that's not entertaining anymore. We gotta find something better. And so like, but engaging with people and shit is real good for the brain. Engaging with, and like I said, in an area that you want to be around said people. So like event venues are really good about that. Like you got places that just rent out, and then people get together that way based off of invitation. And that's always nice, but if it's off the invitation, then you always will be around the same people, whoop whoop, whatever. And so I'm thinking like a limited space joint to where people can do like improv, karaoke, and it's like art all over the place. They eating, just shit like that. But also kind of doubles as like a couple of other things. Don't y'all steal my ideas, but I'm sure something like that out there. But just like a one-stop shop for entertainment and style and function, just to get away from the everyday. Yeah. So what would y'all think? Like, what would y'all think would be like a good way to break the monotony? Just so it's say, to get away from having to have conversations with people you don't want to have to necessarily be around, and it just be like catered for, you'd say black folks, but just people who have an understanding of what it means to be safe and still like get your rocks off, have fun, a good time, but just like do it in a way that is safe, it's good, it's new. And I stress that because like I talk about like I partied like a whole lot, y'all. Probably like a little bit too much. And when I say things that kind of resemble that, people kind of jumping and looking, but like no, it's like it's not a party at all. I'd say it's a juke. Let's just call it a juke. Just people just go trade, almost like a flea market by day. Motherfuckers in here selling. I don't know what's off inside of here. It says skateboard deck because there's people out here skating, painting skateboard decks. Just shouts out to them. I can't remember names off top, but that's starting to become a pretty dope little thing here and there. But just yeah, so you got like things going on, and these happening people. You know what I mean? These not business folk. I mean, but kind of business folk, but they just living, you know. Nope, there went one of the pencils. But yeah, like I'm going DJ with it, like by day, store by night. You know, just a little joint. Everybody paying like just double as a bar at night or whatever. Roll that shit in. Not be heavy on the liquor sales, but just enough about to say you put 50 people off in a spot. And it used to be a couple places like that around here, but it wasn't like no. I don't know. I don't know. It was different though, and I enjoyed it a lot. But and it was anti bullshit. That was another big thing about it. I'm hugely anti bullshit when it comes to enjoying and taking time. Like that's one of the things that actually set me off and put me on my bullshit. Honestly, if you just just have a good time, man. Just enjoy life and be happy you're here. But like when it becomes more purposeful than just drinking is what I mean. I feel like it would be a lot more fun. That's why people have more fun at concerts than they do just like at the club and bar because they're out there for a purpose. And don't get me wrong, everybody knows fucked up shit happens everywhere. Concerts are not in any exempt to that, but come on, man. You're not gonna go somewhere where just nothing happens unless you develop that kind of relationship within your business. Membership type shit. Like, you can have art up here. Blah, 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 blah. That's daytime. Just have some flies. Folks' clothes up here. I know people that fucking sublimate cups. So then you got, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different vendors. 6, 7 different vendors in one small space. But what you want is your clientele to be able to shop, right? So how do you get the clientele for the people who just want to come to enjoy their time but also be willing to buy? On the back end of that, there's cover options, discount options based off cover, this, that, and the third. But that's usually how you kind of segregate your audience into people who are willing to do more than just, once again, stand around, look at people. This is a place of purpose, but you're still having the same like good time as you would being somewhere else. And don't get me wrong, like a lot of places kind of do that. Like this is like the idea of, I say this was like a fashion show business basically, but like I'm not having no runway shit, but just the way it operates, you know, there's music, there's people admiring, there's people making business in there in the display. So you know, retail stores do it. That's kind of what I meant by fashion show. You know, you do a fashion show in a retail store in order to generate customers. So, this is more art. You know, you got wall space for days, depending on where you at. And so, that's like an idea. That's like the first part. That would be like the open store joint, right? That's the daytime. This would be like resale. I want some like vinyl and shit in there. And I'm getting detail. I don't want to give shit away. Cause I'm actually, man, like the reason why I'm like I'm excited about it at the moment is because it's another step that's about to happen to help me develop this shit. And I'll be in more detail with it when I get the availability and shit actually put in order. But yes, congratulations to me because I'm another step toward doing some more things. But let me get you more imaginative idea of what I had. Hold on, we only 20 minutes in this joint. Yeah, I got a lot to talk about with y'all today. Um, so yeah, soon I'll be allowed the space to uh, be able to do that if I get out my own head about it. So just pray for me, y'all. Yeah. And I don't know how much I'm into like sharing. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love y'all, and this is a shout out to who's here and who will be here when we go on our YouTube Off the Porch Pod. Please say the pod. Please say the pod. Oh, there I am. But off in here. Anyways, shouts out to whoever's off in here. Much love to you. Oh, I'm a little crooked. There we go. So, but in other news, I saw some family this weekend. They came in town from Oklahoma. Had a good conversation with them. Just good visiting. I hooked up my sound system. Well, I enhanced my sound system with a new subwoofer today in the living room. I'm big on. I collect music. I like speakers. Definitely one of them type of cats, like audiophile, but not. I look at a lot of shit. So if I tell you I'm an audiophile, I'm not about to tell you about ohms and all this other kind of stuff. No, I'm gonna hook up some speakers and we gonna make it sound real good. But don't get me wrong. Yeah, I got a lot of interests and hobbies, and collecting music and listening to music and getting sound experiences is one of them. So, yeah. Let's see. Like, imagine. Let's imagine entertainment. Imagine a room where it's people from, and I think I just found out how I would generate dang, what's the word I was looking for? See, I'm not a business person, or I'd have this word in my head, the clientele, generate the clientele. Just imagine people from a group that said that they was willing to do X, Y, Z things. And you got these people in a group and just thought about, hey, this is what we do. How big do I want this share? Yeah, about right here. And then you got them imagining like an idea, and they ain't even necessarily making contribution, but they are providing ideas. We're not stealing ideas here, but we're giving the people what they want. And 9 times out of 10, I don't think anybody's gonna like just pop open a business based off of what a whole like that don't really just happen like that. So just ideas people coming up with, or a common interest group, right? And they all start hanging out at a place. So this place, say the common interest is an improv club. It won't be that big, but like it will be. I'll just call it a stage. Fuck it. It'll be stage. So you go and you open a game night karaoke bar, right? So this karaoke bar is also open to a nightly idea of different, must be engaging themes, we'll say. So you got karaoke one night. We'll call this the big stage. The screen can't be there. We'll put a little screen right here. Let's just say it's a screen right there. Getting a little crowded there, but Anyways, yeah, you got a screen right here. You know, yeah, person, yeah, yep. Okay, then you get the same. I'm just trying to do some reference sizing and shit. So if you can't really see it, it's cool. But you got a stage. You got cocktail tables around it says stage. And this shit, like, this is why I went into 3D also because I like the idea of like I would love to. I can project this. I actually got a file I started a while back. Like this been an idea that's cooked in my mind for a long time. But you know, you got these cocktail tables, and let's call this just a mezzanine. People out here sitting, chilling. They comfy. You know, there ain't no shits that you just about to be in all day hurting. So just some decent chairs. Do people still do this shit? Like, do we kick it like this anymore? And you dress halfway decent. You engage with the audience. The audience engages with whatever. What is it like? Get together and play some like whose line is it anyway type shit, right? So you got comedians all over Wichita, hosts, and this another way, like you feeding folks, you know, you pay. So off of one space that you have a license for liquor for, let's say, um, but you only serve. It's not like this ain't no drink special type place. Like we upscale, upscale cocktail spots. Like we're here to enjoy a certain person. I don't think I would do like music, but every night there's karaoke, there's improv, there's club shit, there's people that rent the shit out and do. Like I don't know the difference between a venue and a bar space, but a bar and venue would open up like the idea of people renting it out just to do weddings and shit. But then again, on a night that's not taken up or occupied, you throw a night there. You know what I mean? Just have somebody up and available at all times. And the way that people would do it would just be like this club membership, right? Boom, community. Pay this year, and we sponsored by so and so and so and so. So this is your way to bloop 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 bloop. Boom, community. You can offer, like I don't know. I think you like if you're willing to work with enough people, not even to say discounts, but shit, allow gift cards. Because if you're getting enough revenue from X, Y, and Z, why don't you put it back? If you're getting enough revenue, why don't you just put it back towards getting other people paid? You know, all that working within a matter of just getting people into doors. You know, but I don't know. It's kind of it's an interesting thought, and it would take I don't even think it would take a lot of work and overhead, but I'm just thinking about since I don't get completely shit faced no more. Like what would keep people? That was what kept me in the club. But like, what would keep people coming here? Game night. Boom, you host. I know, like we can't keep shooting each other over domino tournaments, but I was a domino night all across these tables right here, spades, and just get people. I don't know. Could you like what kind of setting would this be? Just could you incorporate this kind of place into a sponsored thing? That's one of those. Like I don't know. Would this be the place that people are willing to sponsor? Or like, what would you do to get people engaged just based off out of this place? But my idea is to like tie things together and pay multiple areas off of, you know what I mean, our own streams of revenue, basically. It's the idea of putting that shit back in. And that's a really bad eraser. That's probably been years since I used this one. But just getting people paid, keeping people's dollars toward where we need them to go, not where we want them to go. Look at how well we did with Target, which I didn't need much help with that area. I boycotted Target once a long time ago, and for a long time. But anyways, I'm just saying, like, it's going to be imperative for us to keep our money together and to keep helping each other out as far as a community. And man, I mean, whatever you want to say about being safe and not wanting to be in one group or another, cool. But I am pushing like 100% of a positive area as far as entertainment goes, because I'm anti-violence for one thing. Damn, I didn't realize how blown out this was, y'all. My bad. I keep my hand off of it. It'll kind of. Damn. I can hear my subwoofer. I think that's my house. But yeah, I just hooked up this speaker. But no, I'm anti-violent. Like, this is the reason I'm trying to do this with people of a certain area, because I don't want people standing in line waiting to get into my club. I want people in my place enjoying their space with people that they know is on the same kind of time, you know. It's not that hard. I don't want to be a popular place. I don't want to be I don't know. But it's an interesting concept to market to a certain area of people that you know are going to keep you open, for one thing. And for another thing, they're going to keep coming back. Just kind of change up the whole game on what it means to have fun. Because everybody wants to have fun. I think. Like, I don't ever go nowhere like, I'm off in this motherfucker again. You know? I mean, well, I have been, because that's only because like, I started getting tired of the club. And I was just in there, not necessarily pissed off, but completely out of patience. So, we gotta switch the game up, man. We gotta figure something out. Especially where I live, there's a few places to go, but there's not many variations of things to do, you can say. So I'm pushing for, more things that a 35-year-old black man would want to do safely. And, you know, the idea is to get home at night. Get home when you're done having fun. You gotta make it home. But I say, like, the improv night is almost like therapy type shit. Getting people outside of their comfort zone as far as being, public speaking. I hate the shit. But I do enjoy improv. I had a class in improv whenever I was in college. And, I had a time, boy. But it was really good for, like, just my outward thinking. Just thinking on the spot. Thinking of different ways to approach situations. That's a real important one. Even Nipsey said, like, we gotta find a different way to react toward getting disrespected. And that's huge, because that's another thing that would help us save a business like this. You know what I mean? People squabble, don't get me wrong, and I know that, but you gotta care about where you at. You gotta care about the money that you're putting in toward the business that the place that's giving you what you are asking for. That's the thing. Like, you gotta take care of shit. We gotta take care of shit. That's huge for me. Like I said, and that's why I don't want to like sell like hella liquor because that's the trigger right there. I don't want people to stand there and not enjoy themselves or just feel like they just gotta stand there and drink. Nah, fam. Watch this dude make you laugh, or he's engaging with you. You ever sit up there and just play wilding out for an evening? Wouldn't that be some dope shit? That's kind of what I'd be going for as far as providing entertainment in a way that people haven't really had the opportunity for in this specific place in Wichita. Like, it would be fire to me to go to a place like that. We put the kids away and talk about going to improv night or going to game night, spades tournament, dominoes. So then you play like, I wouldn't call it, I think my light is a little too bright still. There we go. So then you play, you'd have hella speakers. My shit gonna have some motherfucking speakers. But if it's like domino night or spades night, just game night all together, trivia, all that shit, then you could, just keep people engaged, keep the music low, not like no requesting shit. We probably got an aux cord, and then you gotta play a few TVs. Excuse me. So like on a night like that, let's say this is a window. You got your little let's see, you got the little logo out here, whatever the business is, just on the window. Let's see. So yeah, I don't know, maybe I'm just getting old and to the point to where the shit that was actually fun to me ain't fun anymore. And I'm just kind of missing that piece. Or maybe maybe I'm right and people do kind of need that form of escaping the everyday, breaking that monotony. I know I'll be wanting to, man. Goddamn. We even still see. Y'all, I'm beginning to think this camera ain't necessarily made for my complexion. Let's see what happens. That kind of hurts my feelings, I ain't gonna lie. Ooh. Let's see here. Is it worse now? That's not as bad. It's a weird ass light though. Well, let's look at this one. That's almost just as bad. Yep. That kind of sucks. But oh well. Anyways. Like, what do y'all think though? Like, could we use something that is different as far as entertainment goes? Like, are y'all stuffed in the house because you feel like you gotta be, or are you looking for something different? Like, are you tired of the same old and would rather get out if it was something to do, or you just feel like you don't need to be, you got better things to do? Think about it. Like, I need to go places. Like I enjoy being outside, and I get to the point to where when I do get to go places, I get tired of people in a matter of 10 minutes. So I guess it might fuck around and be a lot of cap, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, but I mean, shit, I don't know. Just to get out and do something every now and again. Like I'll fuck around and go to a domino tournament if it ain't. I'm not a competitive domino player. Like, I'm not that great, but I'm not bad. Just kind of depends on the night I'm trying to have. Like it was one guy that came over. I kind of messed with him mostly, and I didn't really play him super competitively, but I haven't played competitively in a while. So yeah, I got worn out either way, and I knew that was gonna happen because it's been a while. I'm rusty. But if I had somewhere to go and play on a regular basis, you see where I'm getting at? You see what I'm getting at? So that's what I'm saying. It's like, and that's a numbers game. That's good practice for your brain just to, kind of do and do. That shit does absolutely matter. And like, it's even like breweries that I've been to that got like a shelf full of fucking games, card games, board games, all kinds of shit. So yeah, a game room. Come on, y'all. What are we gonna do as far as entertainment goes? Like, cause, whew, I know, like even my kids and stuff. Yeah, this definitely isn't a, like I would say, by day by night type shit. Get the kids out at 8:30 or whatever. But yeah, let your kids come here because, maybe in a back room or something, you got the last picture I drew. That would be dope. Like have this shit kind of like a speakeasy in the back and have a whole ass store on the other side. Close that motherfucker up. I wonder what kind of space I need to be a millionaire, damn it. I would enjoy the hell out of providing some kind of space like that. But I have to count on all you fools to keep me open. And then my trust issues set in. But hopefully soon I can start working on my portfolio. And y'all, this all came about because I enjoy art. This is low key like, I said, it's art on the walls, it's TVs on the wall. It's like that combination of just everything, but it still feel like a good place to be, And people just need to think, be, and do other shit. We all tired from work. We all tired of our kids. I mean, I'm tired of my kids. I love my kids. Boy. But I kind of feel like the cheer song should be the song of the day. It's not gonna be sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name. That used to be my shit. Don't hate on me because I like Cheers. What? Yeah, you got shit to do, all kinds of different stuff. Interact with people. Again, this social media jive, even though this is what I'm posting on right now, it's getting bad. It's getting hard. People have expectations that don't even make sense because they done heard somebody in a whole different region of the United States say some shit, and we gotta bring it back home. We gotta bring this shit back home. We got everything we need. That's another thing that's one thing that fuels me to do everything that it is I do. I have everything I need given by God for me. Like like but I have all the tools. And at first, you might have think it was the education system that told you that you didn't. And that's a real easy way to get, caught up, sucked in, or, burnt out. But you get off into the real world and you figure out you are actually a little bit better off than some of these other folks as far as common sense goes. So I mean, just try it all, man. My idea is that I just don't want to have to work for nobody for too much longer, and to be able to expand and develop and grow my community, and that's how you give back. That's how you. I think that's how people should live. We all talk about the politics of who's the president is and this and that and the third. I mean, that's cool, but we don't do nothing for where we lay our heads down at. The president don't care about what you're talking is, and she ain't even really talking. You know what I mean? It ain't shitting here for him. I mean, you might have the Koch brothers, and he might try to get up under his wing at some point, but I highly doubt that will happen anyway. They're not necessarily fond of him. They may not have everybody's best thought in mind in Wichita, but they different. We'll just say they different. But it is money here, and it's all kinds of opinions to be here. Don't get me wrong, but we got a good opportunity here because we're low key off radar, but we're also the size of some of the bigger cities with like NFL teams and stuff like that. We just don't have none. So, we gotta have something. And we're actually a really good business city thanks to WSU. So it's a prime location. At my point, I just can't be afraid of doing it. That's my thing, because I keep terrified. I'm scared of failing. Real spill. I'm not afraid of failing. I wouldn't be mad if the shit didn't work. I would just know. I'm afraid of losing that much money failing. That is my thing. Boy, you tell me I done lost some X amount of money, I'm down bad. And I will say that specifying my fear is a pretty good little exercise, because I could say I'm afraid, then I could say I'm not afraid, and I'm lying to myself. I'm not afraid of failing, I'm afraid of losing that money. But you know what they say about that scared money? Scared money don't make none, and baby talk is cheap. That shit ain't never been further from the truth than right now. Because I done said all this, and if I don't take my own advice, I guess, then shit. Or Anderson Paak's advice, I guess. Let's see. Is it real or is it phony? There's no need, no time for me to be here if I don't have to. Nah, but yeah, just the vibe, man. I know motherfuckers be wanting to do something different. Like, y'all ain't sick of this shit yet? I need to go see Sinners. That's another form of entertainment. Like, movies are my ultimate. I love movies. Depends on, though. Like, this one, I'm hearing a lot of good things about, so I'm going to definitely have to go peep it. And I hope my podcast boys don't do it tomorrow, because I listen to them every Monday, and they review a lot of movies, and if I ain't seen it, I'll be mad. I lost my podcast for my Monday morning. Shouts out to the league, man. Them boys are good. But telling y'all, man, I would much rather see people learning to be happy again with each other. Well, not even with each other. Fuck y'all. No, but not even like being happy together, like laughing and ha ha and kikiing together, but just coexisting and remembering that motherfuckers got to get back home and like, come on, y'all, shit, this is getting ridiculous. That's what my market was just got done telling me. I honestly don't know if I'm gonna buy any more of these. Excuse me. Cause goddamn, one, they're expensive, and two, I don't use them enough anymore. They're nice. I love them. Don't get me wrong. But I gotta have the right paper. I got a real heavy hand, and these ain't really the shits if you press and all that kind of stuff. Now, I could probably buy variations of gray and be happy with it. I'd be happy with some variations of gray in this, but that'll probably be the only thing that I'm mess with. I think I'm about done with them. Let's see here. But yeah, man. All the art on the wall will be for sale because it came from people from right around the corner. Like, if you got people really setting up booths to go sell art, why is this shit not in the store, man? Like, not even this, well, because of course the stores are sold by somebody that don't know and don't give a fuck. Okay, cool, but locally, man, it should be a business owners region, like coming out and seeing all kinds of shit, and then boom, you take a percent. Okay, so depending on what kind of artist you are, you go for that shit. Then you got your shit up in small, but you know what I mean. I don't know if that's what people are doing, but I think they should, because I mean, especially if you're a local business, you're once again supporting your local. Come on, folks. It ain't rocket science. Get more people involved. I dropped my marker, excuse me. Yeah, man. I don't know if places with board games, like, don't get me wrong, I know folks be wilding over board games. I don't know places where board games really just get shot up and and banged on, and I hope to God not, like, but like I say, we not drink heavy, we are minding our business at our own tables. Ooh, I think that's a good way to put it. We over here at this table, we minding our business. The waitresses is coming to us. We ain't got to worry about what's going on over there. They didn't step on my shoe. I heard that comedian crack a good one. And then boom. But I'm okay with the idea of changing what it means for me to have a good time. You just gotta grow, but I just hope I can't be the only one that don't want to stay at home every weekend. Every weekend? Most weekends, yeah. Don't get me wrong, I'm still an introvert. Like I said, I'm gonna see this shit and be gone and shit. No, fuck all this. But I don't want it to be in a location where it's just a lot of commotion. I need a low-key environment. And I need, god dang, y'all, we at 54 minutes. Well, I think I kind of talked y'all's ear off. I had a lot to say, and I got a little bit going on. So I really hope that y'all keep rocking with the Chief Rocker. No, yeah, just come on with me, man. Who's coming with me, man? Who's coming with me, man? That's all I want to know. No, no. Yeah. Just rock with me. I promise we're gonna be doing some fun shit. Damn, I said a promise. Shit. Y'all got me out here saying shit I don't normally say. I don't like that. I don't make promises. I don't. Um, so that means I gotta do it. I guess I'm happy enough and excited enough in my head and heart that I gotta say some shit like that. So I gotta do it at least once. I'm gonna try some shit out. So I'll have more to tell y'all about it, I guess, here in the next couple of months. But of course, you're gonna find me here next Sunday at 7 p.m. on Twitch. And then you'll find me on Monday on YouTube. Or maybe Tuesday. Sometimes we get to it, but sometimes it takes a little time. I'll be lacking. I ain't gonna lie to you. This whole job thing, y'all, I'm telling you, it's for birds. But let's say, outline this shit real quick. I'll do a little extra black off in this video since you want to clown me. Song of the day. Song of the day, y'all. I had this one picked out earlier this week because I'm with it. Song of the day is Dedication by Nipsey Hussle. Look, I don't necessarily fit the gangster mode, but if you really listen to what that man was saying, rest in peace, Nip. Oh my goodness, rest in peace, Nip. If you really listen to what that man was saying, you didn't need the gangster mode. Like, it was really, that man had some gems and some dimes, and he's one of he's one of the ones that kept me going for a second. Like, just some of the things that he said, the way he made it feel when he said it, just in more so, just as much as in the interviews as he did in the songs. It was like, man, I feel that, like, going through every emotion with what it is that you're doing. So it's like, damn, I've been close to being that, wanting to quit. That's an emotion. I've been sad. I've been happy, and all this other kind of stuff. So if I can feel some more emotions that come with it, I mean, but you just don't give up and you just keep controlling your shit. And that's something that made me really stick to and continue doing this shit. Because when I first became a daddy, it was about to be, and I was like, man, I don't need to do this, you know. But I've been able to move more as an artist, as a daddy, than I was when I wasn't. I made a lot more moves since, and it's because I didn't give up. It's not because I wasn't good enough back then or I was waiting for a certain time. It's because I haven't stopped this shit. And other things are happening because I haven't stopped. And when I heard that song, I said, I will go on the podcast. I'm going to talk a little bit about this shit. But so, Dedication by Nipsey, him and Kendrick. That's my shit. That's my shit. So, bump that on your way to work tomorrow, or matter of fact, bump it when you get off work. I'm telling you, because whatever it is that you got going on outside of work, you're gonna hit it 10 times harder. Dedication by Nipsey Hussle. Ooh, I was crooked than a motherfucker, but that's alright. I'm done with this shit. We about 1 minute to go. So the main focus today is, don't give up. Just because you don't know what direction you're going, don't mean you ain't going nowhere. Cause you always got something cooking in there. I know it's always something in your mind going on. That's what kept you engaged with me this whole time. But continue to do whatever it is the hell that you want to do, and I promise you, you'll start finding ways to continue to do it. You'll start finding things that you want. People will start finding you, and you know what I mean. Your purpose feels a little bit more in depth And so keep going. Keep going. Uh, but check for me. Instagram, I just posted some work today before I got on here. Um, Brother Gresh, Brother underscore Gresh on Instagram and Facebook.com, Brother Gresh Visuals. I gotta post that same work on there, but yeah, get with me. I kinda enjoyed our conversation tonight, y'all. If it's anything that y'all want to holler at or talk about, hit up the podcast, Off the Porch Podcast, or Off the Porch Pod on Facebook, and we got a page on there. Just write us up and tell me what you need. Thank y'all, and have a good night.